Hello viewers, in this virtual class we're going to look at linear equations involving brackets and fractions. Linear equation involving brackets and fractions. Here we have some questions before us on the board. The first one says is 5 open bracket 3p minus 7 minus 3 open bracket 4p minus 5 is equals to minus 5. Here, how do we handle brackets? Brackets here simply means multiplication. So when brackets are involved, all we need to do, we look at the number, the constant outside to multiply, distribute it within the brackets involved. Okay, so bracket means multiplication. So here in this place 5 will multiply 3p, that will give us 15p. 5 times minus 7, that will give us, minus 35, minus 3 here, and we also have to observe the signs. The signs are very important. So when you are multiplying and the signs, the coefficient of the constant term there is a negative, it has to affect everything. So minus 3 times plus 4p, that will give us a minus 12. Minus 3 times 4 is 12. Then the p there. Then minus 3 times minus 5, that will give us minus times plus. Minus times minus is plus. 3 times 5, that gives us 15 is equals to minus 5. Okay, you try to group those one with the unknown. So here we have a 15p minus 12p. Here we have a plus 15 minus 35 is equals to minus 5. So 15p minus 12p, that gives 3p. Here 15 minus 35 is going to give us a negative number, and this will give us a minus negative 20 is equals to minus 5. So we are saying 35 minus 15, this is 0, 20. So because this one is bigger than this, okay, so you need to give us this is here is lesser than this, so it's going to give us a negative answer. Since there's no way we can borrow here, it's going to give us a negative answer here. So all we need to do here, this is minus 20, we add the additive inverse of 20 to both sides. So here we say add 20 to both sides. So we have a 3p minus 20 plus 20 is equals to minus 5 plus 20. Why we said add this is because we want to get rid of this one from this. We want to move it here. But if we say collect like terms, it still works. Okay. So here become 3p is equals to minus 5 plus 20. By saying 20 minus 5, that gives 15. So the next thing is multiply both sides by the multiplicative inverse of 3. So here we can say this is 1 over 3 times 3p is equals to 1 over 3 times what? 15. This cancel this. Our p, 3 here 1, 3 15 is 5. P becomes what? Becomes 5. That is the result for P. That is question number 1. I will be alternating this question. We will go to number 3. Let's look at number 3. We'll look at number 3 here. Number 3 here is I have a 4d over 3 minus 6 is equal to 4d over 5 plus 4. Now this is a fraction. This is fraction. How do you do fraction? How do you resolve linear equation involving fraction? All you need to do, first of all, all this one is over 1. So we find the LCM of the denominator. The LCM of the denominator or the denominator on both sides we have to find it. So the LCM of 3 and 5 is 15. So having obtained the LCM, what you need to do, you multiply through by the LCM. Multiply what? Through by the LCM. So we've known that the LCM is 15, so we say multiply through by 15. So here, this is 15 times 4d by 3 minus 15 times 6 is equals to 15 times 4d by 5 plus 4 times 15. We have done that. All we have done now, we are using the LCM to multiply through, just because we want to clear the fractions. That is the essence. You must clear the fraction first. So here, 3, 15, this is 5. We'll do this here. This will give us 3. So here, 5 times 4d, that will give us 20d. 15 times 6, that will give us 15 times 6, that will give us minus 80. 3 times 4d, that will give us 4d. 4 times 15, that will give us 60. See, we have made this in to be, we'll clear the fraction. Okay, and having this kind of linear equation, what do we need to do? We will collect like terms, and by identifying the constant and the unknown term on both sides, so we'll find the additive inverse of minus 80 and plus 12d and add it to both sides. So here we can say this is add 80, because additive inverse of minus 80 is plus 80, add 80, and additive inverse of 12d is minus what? Minus 12d to both sides. Both sides. So here we have a 20d minus 12d minus 80 plus 80. So we come here, we have a 12d minus 12d plus 60 plus that 80. So we have added minus 12d and plus 80 to both sides. And once that happens, this will go off and this they are off. So 20d minus 12d, that will give us 8d. This 60 plus 80, that will give 140. 140d. So the next step is here is to say either divide both sides by 8, or we can also say divide both sides, multiply both sides by 1 over 8. So here either we say divide by 8. Divide by 8 also means we are multiplying by 1 over 8. Okay, so our d here becomes 2 here 4, 2 here 70. Okay, 4 here 4 in this is 4 in 7. Okay, 2 here 2 here is what? 35. Okay, so our answer, how many? So this is 17 whole number 1 over 2. That is the value of what? The value of D in that question. Okay, now we'll take another question. We'll take them. I've done this. So we're going to look at number 5. Let's look at number 5 and see how we can resolve number 5. Okay, number 5 here say the question is 3 open bracket 4y minus 5 divided by 4 minus 4 open bracket 4y minus 3 divided by 5 is equals 20. So here we will look for, the first thing you do, you must clear this fraction by finding the LCM of 4 and 5. The LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. So we're going to multiply through by 20. Multiply through by what? By 20. So you say multiply through by 20. So we have here 20, open bracket, this is 3, open bracket, 4y minus 5, divide by 4, minus 20, here, bracket there, 4, open bracket, 4y minus 3, all over 5, all over 5, is equals to 20 times 20. Okay, now let's do this. 4 in 4, 1. 4 in 20 is 5. 5 in 5 here. 5 in 20 is 4. Here, we must be careful here. 3 times 5 times 3 first. We'll put it outside here. 5 times 3, that will give us 15. Open bracket, 4y minus 5. In here, we have to be very careful. Here is 4 times 4. That will give us minus 16. We'll open a bracket. This is 4y minus 3. 20 times 20, that gives 400. So here we open this bracket with this, what we have here. 15 times 4, that will give us 60y. 15 times 5, that will give us minus 75. 16 times 4, 16 times 4, 64, that will give us minus 64y, minus 16 times minus 3, that will give us give us plus 48. Minus times minus is plus, and 16 times 3, that will give us 48, is equals to 400. So next step here is 60y minus 64y. Then here we have a 75 minus is 0. So here minus 75 plus 75, 48. Here we have 7. Here will become minus 27, minus 75 plus 48 will give us minus 27 is equals to 400. 60y minus 64y is going to give us a negative value here, because the number we're trying to subtract from is lesser. So here, and this one is carrying a bigger number, is carrying negative. So here we call minus 4y. Here we have a minus 27 is equals to 400. So we add plus 27 to both sides, and this becomes minus 4y minus 27 plus 27 is equals to 400 plus 27. So minus 4y is equals to 427. So that minus y minus 4y is equals to 427. So that y is equals to minus 427 divided by minus divided by 4. So here, if we divide this, y here, this is going to be 1. Okay, 1 into this cannot. I put 0. Bring this 27. 4 in 27. That will give us 6. So minus 6 whole number. 6 times this 24. Then minus 6 whole number 3 over 4. That will become our answer in this case. All you need to do is always be careful. Always be careful when trying to open this bracket. Observe signs carefully. Okay. Then let's look at the number 6. Let's look at number 6. Number 6 is 2a plus 5 divided by 5 minus 2x, I mean 2a minus 7 all over 8 is equals to what? 0. So we look at we need to clear this fraction first by looking at the LCM of the two fractions. The LCM of 5 of the denominator of 5 and 8 is 40. So we multiply through by 40. So here 40 open bracket 2a plus 5 divided by 5 here minus 40 open bracket 2a minus 7 all over 8 is equal to 0 times 40. So we are multiplying through by the LCM, both sides. 5 here 1, 5 in 40 is 8. 8 here 1, 8 in 40 is 5. So here this become 8 into 2a plus 5 minus here is 5 into 2a minus 7, and 0 multiplied 40 is 0. So we open bracket here, 8 times 2a, that gives us 16a. 8 times 5, that will give us 40. Then minus 5 times 2, that will give us minus 5 times 2a, that will give us minus 10a. Minus 5 times minus 7, that will give us plus 37, and that is equal to 0. So here we collect those ones. This is 16a, the one with the unknown, minus 10a. This is plus 40 plus 37 is equals to 0. So 16a minus 10a, that will give us 6a. This plus this will give us 77. So this 77 we move to this side, it become minus 77. So that's all we need to do is divide both sides by 6. Divide both sides by 6, and 8 becomes minus 77 by 6. Or if we are putting it in a mixed fraction, it become this is minus 1. 1 is 7. 6 in 7 is 1. Remember 1. 6 in 17 is 2. 2 remainder 5. So minus 12 whole number 5 over 6. That is the value of a in that questions. Okay, this is all we can take on this. In our next class, we're going to look at the word problem leading to linear equations.